Hello people, this is the Geekazoid, bringing you another tutorial video. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas and I hope you have a fantastic new year. Now this video is about, it's a follow-up video to my original how to install Showbox on a Windows PC. I've noticed reading the comments section that a lot of people are having trouble in installing Showbox into BlueStacks or even installing BlueStacks onto their PCs. Since the last video, I've actually deleted BlueStacks and I've deleted Showbox, and I haven't installed the software again on my system. But what I did realize is that due to the large influx of new users, or due to the large influx of people installing Showbox and running Showbox, this has caused a strain maybe on Showbox servers, and Showbox has actually become slightly unstable. Um, so I got rid of it and I haven't installed it since. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to actually install it on my system live as I'm speaking to you. So I don't know what sort of problems I'll run into, and hopefully the problems that I run into are some of the problems that many of my viewers are having. So we can now address these problems and these issues that do crop up live as we go along. So I don't know what to expect really. And this installation is from the 28th of December 2014. Now this installation could possibly be different to my original video depending on what sort of problems I run into. So I even advise my original viewers who've seen my original video to actually look at this one also and to watch this, to identify any sort of similar problems they've had that I'm facing, and we can all resolve these together. Okay, I gotta shut up now and continue with my tutorial. First of all, to start off with, let's click on Internet Explorer. We're at the desktop environment. We're going to click on the Internet Explorer icon on the bottom left corner to bring up Internet Explorer. Now I've set my home page to Google, so whenever I click on that, Google loads up. But if you've got it set to something else, you can just in the top address bar type in the Google's address to get to Google. So we're all on this stage. In Google search, you're gonna type BlueStacks, and BlueStacks is an Android emulator. So it's the first link, which is www.bluestacks.com. We're going to click on that. It'll bring up the BlueStacks window, and from here we are going to click on Download App Player for XP, Vista, Windows 7/8. We're going to click on that once. It says thank you for downloading BlueStacks, and it'll come up with this pop-up box on the bottom saying, do you want to run or save BlueStacks? Split installer / native exe. It's about 12.8 megabyte file. Okay, what we want to do first of all, we want to save it on a specific location. So next to the save box, there's a little icon, a little arrow facing downwards. We want to click on that and then click on Save As. So we'll click on Save As, and it'll come up with this box here, which is the Save As box, telling us to set a location where we want to save our file. Now we want to save our file to the desktop, where it's, I like to save stuff to the desktop, so then it's a lot easier to manage. So we're going to click on Desktop, and we're going to click on Save. And it'll only take a couple of seconds. And it says here, BlueStacks download is completed. And we're just going to click on this X icon to close this down, and we're going to click on the X icon to close down Windows Explorer. So we're back at the desktop. As you can see in the top left hand corner now, we've got this icon which says BlueStacks Split Installer Native. What I want you to do is first right click this and click on Properties to make sure it's actually 12.8 megabytes. Remember when I showed you it's 12.8 megabytes on the actual file? Just to make sure that that is 12.8 megabytes so that it's been successfully downloaded. Okay, so we're then going to double click this to start up the software, and we're going to click on Run when this appears, and it says extracting, and it'll bring up this box here which is saying, do you want to allow the following program to make changes to the computer? We want to click on yes. It says welcome to BlueStacks, and it says over 5 million downloads and counting, and it's best of 2012 CNET winner. We're going to click on continue here, and we're going to set BlueStacks location. We're going to leave it at the default location, which is C drive program data. We're going to click on next, and we're going to make sure both of these are ticked, and we're going to click on install. It says copying files, and it's bringing up all these adverts, Clash of Clans, etc. Flappy Bird. A right annoying game, Flappy Bird. So we're just going to let this complete. Seems to be installing fine on my machine so far. It's just saying install progress almost done, a few more seconds remaining. Again, just to remind you, I am running Windows 7 64-bit. And then it says downloading game data, BlueStacks. Once it's installed, it'll automatically come to this screen where the application is trying to open. This will happen automatically. Still saying downloading game data. Then initializing. Nearly done. Okay, saying loading channels, and it's loaded up. So we've got BlueStacks running now, and it seemed to have installed without a hiccup. Again, you will be greeted with this screen once it's fully loaded up, and it says Android is updating. So there's an update which is gonna do now. This is obviously happening, so this will happen on your screen also. And it says Android is updating, so it's updating the actual BlueStacks. It's just loading and it's finishing boot. Okay, so it's updated itself and it's brought you back to the screen. Then this pop-up box happens. It says use Google's location service. Let Google help apps determine location. This means sending anonymous location data to Google even when no apps are running. We're gonna click on disagree, and we're gonna click first don't show this again because we don't want to see it every time. Actually, it won't let us do it. It's very clever. When we click on don't show this again, it won't let us disagree on it. It's grayed out. Very clever. Okay, so unfortunately this is going to be an annoying pop-up which is going to come up. I've got a feeling every time. But we don't want people to know our location, so we're just going to untick that and click on disagree. But I've got a feeling you're going to be greeted with that box more than once. Okay, so you are left with this screen here. Which is the default BlueStacks screen. It's got top apps here, spotlight down here, media and messenger down here. We want to ignore all of this section. Unless you want to download something, that is. But you're gonna have to connect your Google account to Showbox. To BlueStacks to actually download anything. But we don't want to do that. So you'll be greeted with this. Okay, so now that we've installed BlueStacks, we can successfully close it down. To close BlueStacks, we want to click on this X icon on the bottom right hand corner. Click it once and it should close it down. And BlueStacks, this is the original install file. We can now remove this original install file. So we're going to just drag it straight into recycle bin, and we're going to right click and we're going to click empty recycle bin, and we're going to click on yes. So we now have these two icons on our desktop. One is called apps, the other one is called start BlueStacks. So we've done the BlueStacks bit. We've got BlueStacks installed. We know it works and it's running. Okay. Another thing to check once we've installed BlueStacks is to, on your bottom right hand corner, you've got the taskbar here. I want you to click these two double icons facing upwards. Click it once, or yours might actually be showing without you clicking this, but on mine isn't showing. So click these two little icons if yours isn't showing. And you should have this running here in taskbar. It's called BlueStacks Agent Online, and it looks like a BlueStacks little icon. That should be running. If that is running, you're good to go. BlueStacks is fully installed. Now let's move on to the second stage, which is installing Showbox. So we click on Internet Explorer again to load up Google. We go onto the Google page, and here we type in download Showbox. Click on enter. And let's try the first link, which is apkapps.com/apps/details/showbox/326. It'll show up with that, and it'll show up as the first link in Google. We want to click that once and wait for it to load up. Let's see how it loads up. Okay, it loads up like this. You get Android apps, all you get APK apps, and we've got Showbox here with a big eye icon here, and we've got a green download button here. We want to click on this green download button once, and you'll have a pop-up on the bottom of your screen saying, do you want to open or save? What you want to do now is you want to again click on the little arrow which is facing downwards, click on that, and click on save as. And we want to save it again to desktop, so we're going to click on desktop in this window, and we're going to click on save. And it says download has completed, so we're going to click on this X icon, and we're going to click on this top X icon to close Internet Explorer. Now what you have is you have an icon which looks exactly like the BlueStacks icon, but this has got a lot of Showbox and a lot of 728 APK title name underneath it. It looks exactly like the Showbox icon. What we're going to do on here, we're going to double click it. So we're going to double click that, and it says installing APK, and I'll have this scrolling box underneath it. So we're going to let this complete, let it do its thing. It'll take a little while, and it could take longer in your systems. Once it's completed, this notification should pop up on the bottom saying, if you saw it, it said Showbox has successfully installed. Okay, so to check that, we have to open up BlueStacks. But what we're going to do is, because now I know that it's successfully installed, I can get rid of this icon here. So this icon, obviously make sure it's not the BlueStacks icon, because they do look exactly the same. This one has Showbox written underneath it. In here, we're going to drag this all the way into recycle bin, put it into your recycle bin, and then right click recycle bin and empty recycle bin, and this delete file pops up, and we want to click on yes. So we got rid of the icon once we've installed it. So let's start up BlueStacks again. We double click on BlueStacks to load it up, and we've got Showbox icon appearing here. But we're going to ignore everything on this screen, and we're going to click on this icon here, which says it's a plus icon, all apps. We're going to click on that once. Now we have the Showbox icon here, which looks like an eye, and we're going to click on it once. It's saying downloading data. It says available new version. Please update your program from our servers, and we're going to click on update. It's uploading new version. Please wait. And it says it requires permissions, and then it goes this update requires no permissions, etc. So we want to click on down here where it says install. Click on this once, and then it says app installed with a tick in it, and we want to click on done down here on the left side. Okay, it should take us back to BlueStacks again with the Showbox icon. Now Showbox has successfully updated itself. Now let's click on it and see what happens. So we click on this once, and hey presto, we have Showbox loaded up on our system. And what we're going to do now is, just to test, let's play something. So let's just play I don't know, let's just play Guardians of the Galaxy. When you first click on something, this window will appear. It says now we have subtitles. Just click on the subtitles button and choose your language. You just need to click on got it, which is written here. And let's play this on high. And we want to do watch now. Remember, it says use internal player, and there's a tick on use internal player. I suggest you do have a tick in there, and you do use the internal player. So we want to click on high. This is the quality. You have low quality for people who have slow connections, medium quality for people who have decent connections, and high quality. I know many of our users now have DSL or broadband as it's known as, and you can watch it in high quality. Make sure you're not playing any games or downloading anything in the background, which will slow down your connection when you watch something on Showbox. I'm not going to watch it a lot because obviously I don't want to break any copyright infringement law, nor do I promote anyone break any sort of copyright infringement law. This is just a video, a tutorial video explaining to users how to install the software. So we're going to click on high and we want to click on watch now. Make sure there's a tick in internal player. So this little icon appears and it's buffering. So please be patient here while it buffers. It will play. This doesn't mean it's not going to play. If this icon appears for too long, it means that you might have a slow connection. So then try medium settings and then click watch now and see how long this icon remains. It should remain for a lesser time. So it's buffering at the moment, and we're just going to let it buffer up. Okay, I do have quite fast internet connection. As you can see, this is one of the issues due to the huge amount of users that are starting to use Showbox. It has become slower, and I've noticed that because I installed Showbox about a year ago when it first arrived, when it was new, and it was a lot quicker than this because I believe it had less people using it. But now there are hundreds of tutorials on YouTube and on the internet showing people how to install Showbox on their Android devices, how to install Showbox on Windows PC. So it's a little bit slower. Seems to be doing something. And here we've got the movie starting. It took approximately a minute and a half for it to buffer. And we have Earth 1988, and here it goes. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy playing. Again, as you can see, it's quite good quality. And we're going to stop it here. So we're going to click on pause, and we're going to click on home screen because I don't want to break any copyright infringement laws. Again, this is just a tutorial video, and we've gone back to BlueStacks home screen. So now we have clarified, okay, this box will appear. Now it's a good thing that this box has appeared because I've read the comments and a lot of people are actually facing this issue. It says one-time setup. Please complete these 2 steps to continue. It will just take a minute. Promise. Now what this is basically saying, it's BlueStacks wants you to register your Google account with it. It wants you to register your Google address so that you can then download apps through Showbox. But you can do if you wish. It's just like you're registering your Google account on an Android system through BlueStacks. You can if you want to, but if you don't want to, or you don't have a Google account and you don't want to register, what you want to do is when this box appears, you just want to click on the home screen. Now that box will appear again. It is annoying if you don't do it, but it's something BlueStacks has. They want you to sign up your Google account. They want you to set up a Google account on here, so they'll keep reminding you on a daily basis to sign up as a one-time setup. You just want to click on the home button whenever that appears if you don't want to sign up, and continue as normal. So that's it really. As you can see, now that we've installed Showbox into BlueStacks, we've had no errors, no crashes of any kind, and my tutorial hasn't been any different from my original tutorial. So if you were to follow my original tutorial, you will be able to install and run Showbox and update Showbox successfully. there are people who are having issues. People are having issues with sound problems. People are having issues with video problems. People are having issues where the icons don't load up when they click on Showbox. These pictures don't load up here. This is nothing to do with the tutorial. This has got nothing to do with Showbox. This has got nothing to do with BlueStacks. This is a more of a computer-based problem. It's nothing to do with how to install and run these two softwares together. It's to do more with your software. For example, if you can't see your videos but they're playing the sounds, then you need to update your graphics drivers. If you can't see the icons in Showbox, you might want to look into disabling your firewall or allowing Showbox and BlueStacks access through your firewall. If you're not hearing any sort of sound, you might want to start to diagnose by running a normal track through Windows Media Player and see if you can play music through Windows Media Player with sound. And if you can't do it, then you can start diagnosing the problem. If you hit a wall, you can send me an email or you can send me a comment, and I will try to address as many people as possible. I mean, I do apologize, I can't address everybody's issues because I get hundreds of questions a day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this has resolved your issue or issues. It's been no different to my original video, and I was hoping that I'd get some sort of error message. I was hoping that my installation would be different to what it is to the original video, but it isn't. I managed to install BlueStacks and Showbox without an issue, and I did display, earlier with the movie playing in the background. Again, the movie I will intentionally blur, unfortunately, after a certain point, because I don't want to break any copyright infringement laws, nor do I suggest my users break any copyright infringement laws. So I do promote supporting the producers by buying the movies. You support the makers. Also, if you like BlueStacks and you like Showbox, support the developers. Go onto their Facebook and like their Facebooks, or go onto their Twitter accounts and support them, or even throw them a donation or two. Support the developers, support the movie industry. And I don't, I don't promote anyone break any sort of copyright infringement laws. I mean, again, my videos are just for tutorial purposes only. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.